Now, perfect tense. For everything you say in German, there's always what? A formula. Now, let's see the formula for perfect tense, which is your subject plus your auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb plus whatever you want to say, and then plus at the end your past participle. Past participle of main verb at the end. At the end. Good. So that means if you start your sentence with the subject and then the auxiliary verb, you say whatever you want to say here, and then you wait, and then at the end you put your past participle of the main verb. Now, in English, you have only one auxiliary verb, which is the verb to have. I want to say I have done, I have gone, I have this, I have that. Whereas in German, we have two auxiliary verbs. We have sein, which is the verb to be, and we have what? Haben, which is the verb to have. So these verbs, you know how to conjugate them to suit the person doing the action, which is here, ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist, wir sind. You've seen this before. Ihr seid, and sie what? Sind. And for the haben, ich habe, du hast, sie, es hat, wir haben, ihr habt, and sie what? Haben. So these are your auxiliary verbs. Now, haben makes use of normal verbs, whereas sein make use of what? We make use of sein for movement verbs, verbs of movement, for verbs of movement, for verbs of movement, or change of position, change of position. Whereas we make use of verb for other verbs. So sein is only meant for verbs of movement like kommen, gehen, to go, to come, you understand, to fly. So we make use of what? Sein. Now, for other verbs, we make use of what? Haben. Now, how do we derive our past participle? Now, our past participle for regular verbs. Let's say past participle for regular verbs. Let me clean this. How to form your past participle. Your past participle of regular verbs. So let's say, for example, the verb machen, which is a verb to do or to make So how do we derive the past participle of a regular verb? We also have irregular ones. Irregular ones, I will be telling you them, and you also, when you read your textbook, you discover most of them. But for now, let me teach you how to derive the past participle of what? Regular verbs. The first thing you do is you remove the en. You remove the en. When you remove the en, you'll be left with what? Mark. The second thing you do is you add ge at the front. You add what? Ge in front of it. You add ge in front of it. When you add ge in front of your stem, you get what? Mark. Now, the third thing you do is you add t. You add t at the end, at the back. At the back. So if you add t at the back of this, you get what? You get gemarkt. So gemarkt is the past participle of marking. So this means done. This means what? Done or did. You understand? This means what? Done. So if I say I have done, remember, like I said, you make use of your auxiliary verb, either sein for movement verbs or haben for other verbs. So marking is not a movement verb. So if I want to say I have done, I will now say what? Ich. What is my auxiliary verb I will use? Haben. Ich habe. Now, what is my past participle at the end, which is what? Gemacht. Ich habe gemacht, meaning I have done or I did. Now, let's say, let me clean the board. Let me say, gestern. Gestern means yesterday. Now, the Hausaufgabe means assignment. Or homework homework. So if I want to say I did my assignment yesterday, or I have done my assignment yesterday, remember I told you that we make use of perfect tense to say whatever I want to say in the past. So if I say I did my assignment yesterday or I have done my assignment yesterday, it is the same thing in German. It means only I did my assignment yesterday. So which will now be what? Ich habe, which is your auxiliary verb. And I said, whatever I want to say, you say it, and then at the end, you put your past participle at the end. What is your gestern? Ich habe gestern meine Hausaufgabe. No, this is feminine, so it will not be what? Meine Hausaufgabe gemacht. See? The past participle at the end. So ich habe gestern meine Hausaufgabe gemacht. I did my assignment yesterday. Good. So this is how you form past participle of regular verbs. We also have what? Irregular ones. That one you will see them in our next class. But for now, master this, that this is how you form your past participle, you form your perfect tense in German. Now let's go for the verbs of movement. Verbs of movement, they are irregular. You just master them. For example, kommen. Kommen is the verb to come. The past participle of kommen is gekommen. Is what? Gekommen. They don't follow your normal pattern. Now, gehen is the verb to go. The past participle of gehen is gegangen. Fahren is the verb to drive. The past participle of this verb is gefahren. So these are some of the verbs of movement. And to form their perfect tense, we make use of what? Sein as the auxiliary verb. Remember. So if I want to say I have gone or I went in German, in English, I have gone or I went in German, it's only when you put it in the right form that you get this particular meaning that you're looking for in English. So if I say I went or I have gone, so because kommen is a verb of movement, my auxiliary verb will be what? Sein. So each in sein is what? Ich bin. So the past participle of kommen is what? Gekommen. So ich bin gekommen. Ich bin gekommen means I came. I came, or yeah, ich bin gekommen means I came or I have come. Now gehen means to go, which means I went or I have gone. So it will now be what? Ich bin gegangen. Ich bin gegangen. You understand? Ich bin gegangen. So this is how you form your past, your perfect tense in German. I drove or I traveled or I have driven. So fahren, it will not be what? Ich bin gefahren. Do you understand? Ich bin gefahren. So this is how you form your past tense using either sein or haben. So we are going to learn more on this. We are going to learn more of this. Now let's say essen is also an irregular verb, which is the verb to eat. The past participle of essen is gegessen. Gegessen. Trinken is the verb to drink. The past participle of this verb is getrunken. So if I say I drank a bottle of beer yesterday, ich habe, because they are not movement verbs, so I'll use my normal haben to have. Ich habe gestern eine Flasche Bier getrunken. I ate hamburger Ich habe, remember Hamburger is masculine, as object, einen, accusative. Ich habe einen Hamburger gegessen. So this is where you put all those things you've learned into practice now. We are going to enjoy German from now on. You understand? So just master this. We are coming with more perfect tense. Thank you very much.